Ranked ace-high fighter, arguably, is Lomachenko. How excited are you to maybe potentially upset the apple cart and to potentially fight Lomachenko and then defeat him?
You know, he's got the great skills. He's got the talent. They're obviously trying to pump him up, you know, to be that star, that ace-high star where I left off. He won the featherweight title after I had it. He won the super featherweight title after a guy that I had already beat. His numbers aren't that great from what I heard. This last showing peaked like at 7-something. I was hitting 1.2, 1.3, you know, views. So they still got a little bit to get there. But if he gets up to 135 and I'm there, then let's do it. Let's show everybody who the real champ is.
How excited would you be to get that fight against a guy that a lot of people consider one of the pound-for-pound fighters right now?
Be a great show, you know. I just got to prove myself, you know, by getting those kinds of fights. If Bob is willing to work that fight, you know, at 135, then, you know, I'd be willing to do it. I'm sure Lomachenko will take the challenge. He's that kind of fighter that he likes those challenges. He went after the world title fight only in his second fight, so he will take those challenges. But, you know, Bob and his management, that's a whole different thing that you got to look into. But as fighters, we're willing to fight anybody.
What did you think of his performance? He made Nicholas Walters quit. What would you be able to do against him? What do you think about his style?
No, he's great. It took him a couple rounds to adjust. He's not fighting just a lower caliber fighter. He's fighting a world champion in Walters. Tall, great fighter. But after he figured him out, he started, you know, putting the game plan into effect, and Walters didn't have any answer to that.
Did Walters justify him as being as good as they say, or do you feel his effort wasn't good enough?
Look, Walters didn't have an answer. He wasn't letting go his hands. He wasn't really throwing, so it just made it difficult for Walters to even land a punch. But that's because Lomachenko is that good. He was able to beat him with timing, with speed, footwork, amazing work. He's got the skills, you know. But the right fighter can bring out the best out of you, and I think Lomachenko can probably bring out the best out of me too.